Good morning. Thank you for joining me for Brian's Post Game Sports Live. Well, as you can tell by the subheading and the description, we're going to be discussing in today's episode on why women do not like men to borrow money. Now, before we go into this topic, this is by no means shaming men or saying anything negative about them. It's just to be on the cautious side and what we can do as men and even as a couple to resolve the issue. That way, we can both show love and trust towards one another. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. The first reason why is trustability. Number one, fear of non payment. Women worry that the man will never be able to pay in return. That is the first reason. Women have to know that men are going to be able to pay back the money that they have borrowed from them. Because women, it's all about trust and ability and reliability because they want to be paid back in return. Second, broken trust, financial request, danger of fundamental safety of a relationship. So, like I said in the first one, broken trust. When a woman sees that the trust has been broken, they are most likely to be scared to one, trust the man with money, and two, be able to lend it out again because of fear of not being paid back in return for their money. Because as a woman, they want to feel that they can trust and that the trust is not going to be broken every time. Two, dishonesty. Women suspect that the real reason for the need of cash is being hidden. So they want to know the person's motive. They want to sense that it's not going to be dishonest and that they want to know the reason why. Because if they're giving this money out, they want to see that the man is honest and that he's not doing it for dishonest gain. Number three, repeated Number three, repeated patterns. Fear that one time request will turn into a chronicle habit, which means they fear that it will turn into a habit, that he's going to want to borrow money more and more, and that he's not going to. How can I put this in a way that's not negative, but in a way that a man doesn't have job security or have money of his own? Four, hidden debt. Concern that the loan requests just the tip of a massive iceberg of debt, meaning that hidden debt, meaning that the debt that's behind it, they fear that the debt is going to lead to more debt, and more in payment. And they're going to be even more cautious about giving out that money. Here's another subheading: responsibility and maturity, a lack of financial planning. It shows failure to budget or save for emergencies. Women needs to feel that man can one, budget, and two, save for emergency because emergency will happen. Your car can get crashed, or earthquake can happen. Even in result to say this, even death can happen. So they want to see if the man knows how to budget the money right. The next, living beyond the means, a sign of recklessness, spending, or poor lifestyle choices. Now, this is another topic because living beyond the means, they think that a man is trying to live beyond their means or live financial insecurity. So they need to sense that a man is not living beyond his means and that he's not making a poor lifestyle change. Two, childish debating, feeling like a caretaker or a mother rather than a quick romantic partner. Women do not want to feel like their man is childish or feel like they're being a mother rather than a romantic partner in it because they want to see that their man has maturity. Two, unstable employment. A, 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 a reaction of a career instability or lack of driven, meaning that they love their man to be driven and they like a man who's employed and that has a job as well because It goes to show that he's driven and that he's motivated to sustain and take care of her as well. Number, and here's the next one. Impulse control issue. Fear that the spending money carelessly on short-term thrills rather than necessities. So they worried about in control compulsion issue, meaning that fear that the spending the money carelessly, not in a responsible way. So that can be one, women like their men to spend in a responsible manner in a responsible way. The next one, lack of ability, blaming execution factor on his money troubles instead of taking change, instead of talking change. So a lack of ability, meaning a lack of accountability and not taking accountability. Here's the next one, relationship dominant and stress. Power and balance, money requests shift in dramatic. Bleeding, resentment, and restart in awareness. Meaning power and balance, meaning money requests to shift to dominant, being resentment and being unaware of it as well. Can be another reason because a woman needs to sense that empower and also empowerment as well. Emotional drain, constantly worrying about the person's financial survival kills romantic attention because women worry about emotionally it drains them because they're worried about the financial part, their survival of their romantic relationship and how they will survive. Next one, being taken advantage of. The uncomfortable feeling of being viewed as an ATM or a safety net. Women do not like when men view them as ATM machines. They become self aware and aware of that, feeling that the man is going to take advantage of them. Future security, worrying about how sharing a future marriage or family would survive with such instability. So that's another reason why they worry about the future. Women worry that their man will be able to take care of them. Boundary test, seeking the result as a test of how much she will tolerate, meaning that as men testing the boundaries of a woman, that is dangerous because a woman can sense that her husband is testing her boundary and seeing how far she will go, which can be bad to do in the relationship because you want to keep your relationship in balance and test. Avoid stress, being extra and chronicle pressure into a peaceful life. They don't like added pressure and added things in a relationship. They like their lives to be how I'm not saying this in a bad way, man, so please don't take it in a bad way. It's just that women like to feel added stress. They don't like to feel added stress on that. And another one, political society can convenience, compromise her own security, risking her hand earning save and financial peace because women do work hard. Yes, they do work hard for their money. Women do work, men. So we have to also be aware, not to say you can't borrow money, but just saying just the cautious side and the careful side. Enable behavior, fearing that giving cash support values like gambling, drinking, or poor habits. Meaning that if the behavior is leading to one, cash supporting like gambling, that's why women may feel hesitant to give men money. Two, drinking, to go out and get a lot of alcohol, which there's nothing wrong with drinking, but when she sensed that he's giving drinking habits or he's doing poor habits with the money, not being responsible. One, social embarrassment. Relax to admit to a friend or family that her partner is financially unstable. So, feeling social embarrassment, meaning for the family and meaning that her husband does not know how to take care of the money. Two, legal credit risk. That's another one. Fear of own credit or being named tired to his financial mess, meaning that women meaning that when legal problems come, like credit debt or risk of credit, a woman can fear that her name will be attached to that and that she will have to clean up her husband or boyfriend's mess. Unanimate can Inanimate can contribute, knowing that asking for money triggers arguments and danger the bond. That can be another reason why, because she's scared that it might turn into an argument or a debate between her husband on the money. No, you always taking money, you're always lending money, but you're never paying, and it just turns into a debate. That's one. Conflict and exit difference, making harder to break up, clean up financial and legal. So that can be another one. Exit difference, independent values, unmatched. So another one is unmatched values, a conflict between her hard work and self and lifestyle and lack of independence. That can be another one, unmatched value. You know, we all want to feel valued deep, and we all want to sense that our mate loves and appreciates our work. Pride and self-reliance, value of partners who takes pride in providing for themselves, meaning that they want their man to be able to also provide for themselves as well. In exhaustion with number date pressures, feeling that men should bring emotional, practical, stable to the table, meaning that on a date that he should provide emotional and spirit and things like that in a relationship, like paying on the date. Protecting peace of mind, realizing that the financial independence is safer and than relying on unreliable partner, meaning that it protects on a peace of mind as well, because both parties want to feel peace of mind. Well, I went over time. I thank you guys for listening to this live screen or watching this live screen as well. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment down below. Please leave a review on the video. This is Brian Post Game Sports Live. You guys have a great and wonderful day. Until we meet again next time. Bye.